What's up, party people? Oh, excuse me. Where are my manners? Hold on a sec. I'm late, guys. I'm so sorry. The rain doesn't wait for anyone. Can we just tell you that? And can we just talk about the fact that it's Monday? Hey, Erica, sister. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. If that sounds good to you, which of course I already know it does, click that follow button, subscribe wherever you're at. Also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links are in my bio. Also, we have text coaching. I know I'm late, Debbie. I was in a discussion. But, oh, girl, Erica, I love you. That's what I love about you guys. Always make you feel good about my life. Just kidding. But also, I have sleep meditations, hypnosis audios, whatever your pleasure. Good morning, Nina. Hey, Lisa Bestie. Long time no talkie to. Hey, I don't give a damn. So I've got all the things to get you going here, okay, to get your shit right. If you missed the live event yesterday, I have to re-record, okay, so I'm trying to figure it out in my schedule when I can re-record it. Thanks, I'm Kitty, sister. But it will be it'll be no later than tomorrow. I will record the masterclass all over again. Let me just tell you, people are feeling amazing, okay? So a lot of people are feeling just lighter, like they don't, like things aren't bothering them as much anymore. On top of that, I have somebody who literally, same way you've been texting. You should have two numbers, my cell phone number and then the other one. Thanks, Haley, girlfriend. And then I had another woman who, guess what? Her shoulder pain, she said she had amazing shoulder pain, or like she had intense shoulder pain, a lot, gone. Her shoulder pain is completely gone. Do you know why? Because there's this saying, the weight of the world is on your shoulders, which if you have a lot of shoulder blade pain here, neck pain, guess what? Do you care to know what emotion was stored there? Anger. So she released anger and sadness and all the other ones, and her shoulder pain went away. Okay? That's what happens when you let go of your negative emotions. So if you want the replay, you just have to sign up for the fucking event, okay? It's still in the bio. Don't worry about the dates. Obviously, I will change it to where you can purchase the replay recording because it's amazing. But if you already attended the event, you will all get a copy of the replay and you get lifetime access to said replay. But don't worry, if you still want to get it, just go ahead and check out now as if the event hasn't happened yet. And you'll get it. I could have done all that yesterday, but instead you guys pissed me off and I went live instead. So that's where we're at now. Okay. Where we're at now is getting you guys to course correct now. Okay. Oh, and I have a WhatsApp group too, where I'm going to be doing techniques with you guys, all NLP related, subconscious mind techniques, not law of attraction, to help you guys step into your power, to not let certain things bother you. Yes, Erica. And not let things bother you, right? To where you're disciplining yourself, you're staying the course. Okay. Somebody asked me earlier today on my coaching call, like, how do I handle silence? And I said, well, I went 6.5 hours yesterday with no message. So you're welcome, Patriot Vibes. What you asking other people for if they're okay with me doing that? You understand I run the show, right? If I want to send you a voice note, I'm going to send you a voice note. Okay. My admins are fantastic. I can't do this without them, but I do run the show. Okay. So, and they're here to completely support each and every one of you because they're freaking rock stars. They're all rock stars. Okay. But nobody asked me to message you unless you guys get out of line. Then yes, I have to. But you guys have been getting massive movement lately. Okay. Yes, you guys have been getting massive movement lately. Okay. And you guys have to understand at some point in time, you have to start taking your SP at their word for things. Okay. You can get all in your feelings if it makes you feel better, but it doesn't. But the reality is it doesn't make you feel better, does it? On a side note, I'm a little ghetto. Hey, Justicky, thank you. I'm a little ghetto. I So the community center here has flavored syrups. Why buy a flavored syrup when I can go and raid their shit? You know what I mean? So I'll go and get like a cup, which I'm going to go do today, and I'll just like start pumping the syrup in the cup, and then I'll take it back home. And I got a whole container, and I'll pour it in the container. See what I'm saying? I could technically go buy my own, but why would I want to? Also, before coming across you, SP texted at a snail's pace. I've been texting him all day. Yeah, that's right, Linz. That's right. That's what it's about. It's about freaking understanding that you're in control. You can decide to give control away, or you can decide to take it back. You will never have to seek confirmation. What you need to do is read between the lines. Okay. So oftentimes they'll tell you what you want to hear. Like oftentimes they'll parrot your affirmations back to you, right? But other times, Lisa, you're not going to listen to what he's saying, and you're going to persist in perfect boyfriend. Because you crack me up, bitch. Lisa with the butterfly. You crack me up with with your text. With your text. But, well, there you go, Josie. No one likes that. Yeah. They're like, what are you listening to? You're like, nothing. Don't worry about it. Clean the teeth, bitch. Wait. But you have to stop listening to what they're saying, okay, and read between the lines. So there's a lot of times that they will literally get, oh, I saw it. I saw it, Andy. She did it. It was somebody she didn't know, Andy. I told her same thing I told you guys. I said, just affirm that tell yourself that he's going to wear a certain color shirt on his social media. So she's thinking, she goes, he wears a lot of like bright color shirts, but I've never seen him wear a pink shirt. So she's like, I said, okay, say that. I just want you to prove that you're in control, that you have the power. Hey, son. And the next day, she sends me a picture of his social media post. What do you think he was wearing? A pink hoodie, bitch. Yeah, she doesn't even know the guy. So if you can get somebody you don't even know to do what you want, what makes you think you can get your SP to do what you want them to do? You need to read between the lines. Okay. Oftentimes, hey, Jill girlfriend, hey, Nest. Oftentimes they will confirm what you've been affirming without confirming what you're affirming, if that makes sense. Thanks, Lindsay girlfriend. Okay. You have to understand that oftentimes, hey, baby girl, they may not necessarily repeat your affirmation back, but you will have a discussion with them that literally implies that is what you've been affirming. Ask me how I know that. Just had one this morning. That's why I was a little late to the party. But you don't need to seek the confirmation. You'll get it, okay, without doing anything, but going in your mind palace and staying focused. I messaged, it absolutely is A4 life, okay, because here's the thing. The only reason why you stopped growing is because of society's assumption of height. Okay. So we've been told as kids that when do you stop growing? When you go through puberty, right? That's what you're told. That's literally what the doctors tell you is when you go through puberty, it's a wrap. I told my daughter that. Who doesn't like a little small person? And so because of that, as soon as you go through puberty, you stop growing. Your shoes size, your feet stop growing, your height stops growing, all the things stop growing. However, if you decided that wasn't true for you and you say, nope, I'm 6 feet tall, I am 6 feet tall, you will start to grow again because your body only listens to your subconscious mind. It has no idea what's true and what's not true. Your body only takes instruction from your mind. Which is why if your mind shuts off, so does your body. It only takes instruction from your mind. Hey, kitty cat. And so because of that, you tell your mind what you want. So I'll give you an example of mine yesterday. Yesterday, I ate stew for breakfast. Judge me not. Who says you need to eat eggs for breakfast? So I ate chicken stew for breakfast with some rice. Then I was starving after doing the live event with you guys and the live. So I made myself a nice hearty ham sandwich, which if you don't grill the cheese on top of the bread, you're not living life. Okay? I learned that from my boyfriend. So I made a nice hearty ham sandwich and then decided that Taco Bell sounded really amazing. So then I got Taco Bell and I had a chalupa and and some tacos. Then, because Mina, love you, bitch, she sent me a care package with banana Twinkies and Nutter Butter wafers. Those things will change your life, by the way. So I had some Nutter Butter wafers plus a banana Twinkie, which Mina, I give it 10 thumbs up. Oh, 2 thumbs up. Those are now going to be my newest obsession. I had that. And then when I went to bed, I was like, I'm going to wake up, what was I, 1:30? I said, I'm going to wake up 128. Do you care to guess what the scale was when I woke up? 128.4, bitch. What? That's how easy it is. Did I have to sit there and robotically affirm that I was going to wake up 128? No. I just said it one time. I was like, let's see, 128. That sounds good. 2.5 pounds dropped after eating all that shit. Not one thing did I say I ate a salad. I mean, I tried. I tried to get a taco salad, but my boyfriend forgot that shit. So that's how it goes. You control your reality 100% of the time. You control their thoughts. You control their attitude. You control all the shit. So stop reacting. Stop justifying. Stop calling Lisa him being rude. I mean Lisa with a butterfly. Okay. Him being rude. All that stuff. Having an attitude. No, I'll engage, but I ain't going to tolerate the attitude. I'm going to sit there and in my mind be like, he is constantly sending me sweet texts. That's what I want for you, Lisa with butterfly. Every text this man sends you from this point forward, you can read the text. But in your mind, he is so fucking sweet. Jesus Christ. He only sends me the sweetest text messages. Okay? The tonality of those messages will change. Will change when you stop acknowledging the attitude and start acknowledging the sweet, loving text. My God, he's so fucking sweet. My God. He sends me nothing but loving texts. In fact, he cannot stop telling me how much he loves me. Okay? That shit will change. He blocked me on one of the apps. He blocked me on one of the apps after manifesting him. Okay, 27. Unless you change your name, I believe you're new here. So welcome to the party. Here's the thing. If you manifested him back, this is unfortunately the problem with a lot of manifestation coaches out there is they teach you that you can robotically affirm, you can do things to manifest your SP back. But what they don't teach you is the number one thing that gets you to keep them. And that is that you have to evolve. You have to do things differently in your relationship, first and foremost. So you can't, even if you manifest your SP back, you cannot run your relationship the same way you ran it before. You cannot keep the same thoughts. You cannot keep the same patterns that you had in your relationship in the past, because those will repeat in the new relationship, and your new relationship will end the exact same as the last one did. Second of all, they also don't teach you how to manifest your SP back exactly how you want them to be for you. They just teach you how to manifest them back, but I don't want them back with all their flaws. I want them to be who I want them to be for me. And that's the difference between us here and everybody else. Okay, is you have to take the law and then you have to leverage and make it work in your favor. So most law of assumption, and I think you guys keep forgetting, most law of assumption coaches teach you that they tell you how to recreate your SP, but they make it sound like it's an option. It is not an option. It's a requirement. Okay, you must see them differently, because if not, you're keeping them the same, which there's parts of them that you love, and there's also parts of them that you really don't care for, AKA attitudes, the way they handle certain things, right? Pushing away when they have not talking to you when they're going through things, things like that. And so we don't want that version of them. We want our perfect version. So you have to see them that way, no matter what you see. I keep telling you guys, I try to set you guys up, and I told you guys this fucking shit yesterday, is I try to set you guys, especially if you work with me. If you work with me, I try to set you up for success. And I try to tell you realistically what to expect when they come back. But you guys forget. And you keep reacting and keep reacting and keep reacting. And I tell you, I said, no. You have to understand that most of the time when they come back, you'll get bits and pieces of old version, bits and pieces of new version. You have to persist in new version when the old version rears its ugly little fucking head. So it's kind of like you being a Christian, okay, and you believing in God. And then does that mean that every time you're tempted to sin, what happens? Does that mean that you just don't believe it? You don't just believe in God and believe that God's going to forgive you, or just go to the devil's side? Like, oh, well, I sinned, so I guess I'm a satanic worshiper now. No, you don't. I know that was not the best analogy, but roll with me here. No, you don't, because you still go to church on Sundays, still pray, do all those things, and live your best life every other day of the week. So when it comes to your SP, you need to see them as that person. I told you guys yesterday, it's so easy to see them as your perfect boyfriend when everything is great. Of course, that's the easy part. But it's when everything is difficult. It's when things get a little rocky. Well, that's where the discipline comes into play. Do you do your job when it's easy, and then, if they throw a project at you and it gets a little challenging, you get up and quit? Oh, well, this is a bit of a challenge. No, I quit. No, you learn to adapt and you adjust and you do it. And in your thoughts, you're like, yeah, that's right. I got this. I can do this. Right. And you give a little pep talk. But no, when it comes to your SPs, no. You guys just can't wait to fold. You can't wait to bitch. I hate him. Oh my God, he did this and I fucking hate him. So sometimes I'll leave you undelivered until you decide that you want to get a grip. I have a member like that, I have a client like that now. She had to get a grip. I tried talking to her twice yesterday, but I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to keep repeating my fucking self. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. So if you want to have a pity party, if you want to bitch and moan and whine and groan in your fucking mind, then you go right ahead. And you let me know when you're fucking done whining. You let me know when you want to get a grip. And so this morning, she's back on track. She's like, okay, I'm done. Now how do I get it back? There we go. Stop fucking whining and persist. What part of persist don't you fucking understand? What part of that is unclear? Because you guys will persist until you see one thing you don't like, and then you're like, oh my God. Persist. You'll see the full turnaround. You think it was easy? It's not easy, guys. I'm not going to sit here and manifestation's easy. Let me reframe. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, I'm this master ass bitch. And you know what? As soon as my SP came back, as soon as my boyfriend came back, we've been riding on easy street the whole time. I'm not going to tell you that. That would be a lie. Okay. I'm also not going to tell you things have been terrible, because that also would be not true. Okay. Things have been, in my opinion, amazing. 99% of the time, because they always have. We've never been a conflicting type of couple at all. He'll say his opinion, I'll say mine. And then we go about our business. It's not that serious. And then he'll give me a kiss and be like, I'm sorry. I'm like, me too. Now we move forward. But in here, I'm still affirming the whole time. Then he says, I'm sorry, 2 minutes later. Of course. It's not always perfect. It isn't, but I've learned to discipline myself. So it's 99% perfect. Do we have disagreements from time to time? Yeah. Does he have an attitude from time to time? Yeah. I know what it is because I know him, just like he knows me, just like you know your SP and your SP knows you. Okay. So I knew exactly why. But does that mean I quit, folded, and gave up? No, I persisted. And then guess what? We get confirmation after confirmation after confirmation, and everything is feedback. So if things would slide back, I'd be like, hold on a minute. Hold the fuck on a minute. Where am I going wrong? Ooh, fuck, I thought about that. Okay, that's all right. Persist. So I was talking this morning about creating assumptions with a client that benefit you, right? And so I'm always thinking about things so I can help you guys, of things that I do that benefit me. And so it's like, I never go under the assumption. I've never done this. When I started consciously manifesting, I never created the assumption that I fucked it up. Oh my God, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. In fact, because I know there's a delay, I'm always like, it's okay. This is turning right back around. It's all right. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is broken. Okay. Let's say he wakes up today and has an attitude. I mean, he doesn't, but let's just say he woke up today and he has an attitude. Instead of taking it personally, I know him. So instead of taking it personally, I'm just like, I know why there's an attitude. So I affirm. And then we're fine. But also because I don't sit there and get all up in my fucking panties in a bunch and be like, oh my God, we're not okay. Something's wrong. No, I never do that. I never, even let's say I waver, because I'm not perfect. Okay. Do we waver? Do we have negative thoughts that come in? Yeah. But I don't tell myself that I fucked it up. Oh my God, this isn't working. You know, all of these negative things. I don't do that. Instead, I don't even think about it. I just affirm, and because I already have created the assumption that I can't fuck shit up. Nothing, there's a delay for a reason, and that is for my safety. So you know what? As long as I flip that shit, I'm good to go. That's my assumption. And because of that, it proves true over and over and over again. Nothing ever fucks it up. Just like it will never go a day or two max, 2 days max, and that's very rare. It will never go typically beyond a day where things don't get right back on track, because I've created that assumption too. That no, it turns around real quick. Less than 24 hours, we're back on track. Therefore we are every single time. Every time. This is not, when you're in a relationship, this is not something you have to do all the time. I affirm just because I affirm to keep my mind on track. Do I affirm for me and my boyfriend all day long? No, I don't. I affirm for other things. You know, there's more pressing matters now, guys. Like my badunkadunk. Mm-hmm. Plus, I decided I need a new car. So we were going to move at the end of this month. We're pushing it back just 1 month, end of May. So I can get my new car and be sitting pretty. But, and probably not then. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But it'll be probably sooner than that. But I affirm for all kinds of different things. You don't necessarily have to affirm for your SP all day. You understand that, right? Okay. Because it distracts your mind. As long as you distract your mind, that's all you have to worry about. Okay. That's all you have to worry about. So I sit there and I distract my mind as much as possible. As much as possible. Okay. Because that's just me. Do I have a cocktail at night? Possibly. Yesterday I had water on my live. Because I'm such a good person. Hey, unapologetically me. I had water last night in my teacup. Okay, kitty cat cat. I was just talking about you earlier, girlfriend. What if I do the project work, but bitch about it anyway? See a boyfriend as a project. Can I bitch? Okay, son. I mean, yes and no. Okay, so even though you see because I told you guys should see your SPs as one fun little science experiment. It makes it more fun when they do the things that you're doing, because you're like, this is just one big science experiment. But does that mean that you can bitch? No, bro. No, chica, you cannot bitch. You can bitch, but not to your SP because he's a project. No, you don't need to bitch to your SP. Instead, in your mind, you can say whatever you want. You can verbalize whatever you want too, just not to your SP. So if your SP pisses you off, I told you, we're humans. We're humans, and you have to leverage the law. So versus saying, just don't say anything. No, we got to speak our mind. We got to let it out. So if they say something that annoys you, you're just like, you know what? Let's say you're talking to them and they piss you off. You're like, you know, I really got to go. I'll call you back in just a little bit, honey. All right, bye. Or if you're texting, just take a step back from the text and be like, this motherfucker, fuck him. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, he's such a piece of shit. Why is he acting like such a fucking asshole? And when you're done, he's a perfect boyfriend. We're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's a perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. No harm done. But you feel better. And let me tell you why it's key to bitch to yourself. Because you feel better because you let it out. But you want to know really why you feel better? Because nobody fucking said shit back. Yeah, that's typically why you don't feel better, right? You say what you want to say, and then what do? Respond. Well, now, Houston, we have a problem. Because the second they respond, now that's why you're pissed. Because now it's an argument, right? But you can't argue with your fucking self. So you can say whatever you want to say, and you know all you're going to hear? Silence. That's right. I said what I need to say and shut the fuck up. They don't say shit back. And that's why you're like, yeah, this is great. This is so great. That's what I'm saying. Oh, good, Sarah Anna. I want to see what you posted in success stories. Doing something very unfavorable. Something very unfavorable was brought to my attention about my SP and getter trash. I need help. What was unfavorable, Jasmine? Something very unfavorable was brought to my attention about SP and getter trash. Okay, so I would have to have a little bit more context, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. Okay, so a lot of times you can hear things that may seem unfavorable, but it depends on how you perceive them. Okay, so there were things that were unfavorable to me when me and my boyfriend started to live together. I was told something that I didn't want to hear. Completely unfavorable, completely against what I was affirming. So I didn't accept that. He actually knew I didn't accept that. And I didn't accept it. And so I kept affirming for what it is that I wanted and affirming for gutter trash to go to the dumpster. And less than a week later, I got confirmation. In fact, there was a whole discussion about it where she didn't understand why I still let him live with me. Because I knew how this would pan out. Why? Because I'm the creator of my reality. And sure enough, it was like, not even a week later, it was like 4 days later. He was like, sorry, that was the biggest mistake ever. Never again. Lesson learned, of course. Of course. Because I'm in control. I control what his mood is going to be when he leaves the home. I control how much fun he's going to have when he's out. If I'm not with him, I control all of that. So do you. So do you. You control it all. And that's what you have to remember, Jasmine, is you're in control. So you can choose to look at it unfavorable, or you can choose, hey, NYC's sister, or you can choose to say, not today, bitch, not today, because we can't say it anymore in the comments because, apparently they're very sensitive around here. But that's what we say. To gutter trash, to 3D, to anything that isn't what we want. But you're welcome to send me a DM to elaborate. Go for it, sister. Go for it. What's a good first thought to have when you wake up in the morning to get you to be in the right mindset for the day? So I don't give a damn. What I like to do in the morning, or I used to do this in the morning, I don't have to do it anymore, but in the morning what I would do is I would wake up and I would remind myself who the fuck I was. Every morning. Every morning I would remind myself of certain things, like no one has free will in my reality. I'm the god of my reality. Whatever the fuck I say goes. I'm a master at manifesting. I get what I want and I get it what I want. Right? I would say things like that. I say, this is all working out even better than I expected. And then I would affirm. But in the morning, that's the first thing I would say, is I would say the things that I wanted to remind myself of, daily reminders, if you will. And they would be like, if you want to look at them as affirmations, sure, but I didn't robotically repeat them. I just said them like once in the morning. So it sets the tone for the day. It's like, yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I get what I want. I get it when I want it. No one has free will in my reality but me. And which I've now changed my stance on that. If you look at it from a logical perspective, everyone has free will in your reality. You're just deciding what they're going to do and not do. But it's their decision. So if it's their decision, then that means that they have free will, right? So I would remind myself of things like that, and then I would affirm for what I wanted, because your subconscious mind is wide open for the first 5 to 10 minutes when you wake up, which is kind of why when you wake up, you can't really see straight, kind of trying to stretch and get up and psych yourself to get out of your fucking bed. And then when you get out of bed, you kind of like have to rub your eyes, maybe you kind of like, are like kind of like hobbling to the bathroom, right? Because your subconscious mind is wide open. Your conscious mind is starting to wake up. So whatever you want it to be is what it's going to be when you first wake up. So I would do either setting the rules. I would be either having your reminders to set the day, or I would choose one affirmation and just say that for like 5 to 10 minutes while you're waking up. Because what are you doing when you're waking up realistically? Taking a shower, brushing your teeth, fucking taking a shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. We're all adults here. Let's not act like that's not the first thing you do when you wake up. Taylor, I know. She said, I hate persisting when he annoys me, but it does work. But Taylor, this is life. They're going to say certain things that might annoy you, right? But you can change that in your description. But then again, I mean, it's easy to persist when he annoys you. It's not easy to persist when he annoys you, but it does work. It does. So it's like, well, what's the alternative? I'm impatient. I know you think I'm trying to do this shit with you all day long. No, I'm not about to do this all day long. And if you think I want you to annoy me all day long too, I don't want to do that shit either. So we're just going to dead this right here. And then they turn around. Haley, the difference between getting movement and confirmation is like you can see movement. Like let's say you're like scrolling on and you put things on Instagram and all of a sudden your SP likes your story, right? That's movement. Okay. Let's say that they text you. That's movement. Okay. Or they say, or their tone changes. Like you're in constant communication, their tone starts to change and they're saying like they're talking to you nicer, or maybe they're texting you a little bit more often. That's movement. Confirmation is when they completely conform. So like, let's say, that's not true. Let's say you're saying they're always talking about our future together. They're always talking about our future together. That's part of your description. And then all of a sudden, he starts talking about your relationship, or she starts talking about your relationship 10 years from now, or 2 years from now, or living together, or all of that. That's confirmation. It's movement, but it's also confirmation. Confirmation also is, let's say you have gutter trash, okay? And because this is usually the easiest confirmation you'll get, is you'll have gutter trash, and instead of saying movement, you'll get confirmation of movement, but you won't have to ask, is gutter trash gone? Because they'll automatically tell you. They'll be like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Can't stand her. Right? Like, oh yeah, no, I have nothing to do with her anymore. That's confirmation. Okay, is that your full manifestation is here. I look at confirmation as full manifestation for what it is that you're affirming for. Okay, but movement towards that is like, you're affirming that they are always calling and text you, and then they start to text you. That's movement. Confirmation for me would be when it's a natural thing for you now. Like it's literally, they're constantly doing it and it's been consistent. Then that's confirmation that step is a wrap. Does that make sense? They're almost the same, but confirmation is that it's here. And it's not like in progress. It's like it's here. It's happened already. You know, like for me, confirmation was, when my boyfriend was standing over me like, honey, I'm home. I'm moving. That was confirmation. right? Confirmation as well was when gutter trash was gone, right? Which is why I tell you guys, you need to learn from me if you have gutter trash. I don't care if you get confirmation gutter trash is gone. Learn from my mistakes. You must continue to affirm against gutter trash until you no longer, you can have all the confirmation in the world, but it's real easy in your mind to go back to that, and be like, but is she really? Or like every time, your boyfriend leaves the house or he's like, I'm going to go out with my friends. It's really easy for you to be like, is that really where he's going? Is that who he's with? Or when he's texting on his phone, right? Things like that is you may find yourself questioning. And if that's the case, this is why you affirm for gutter trash, even after you have confirmation she's gone. You still want to affirm for gutter trash away. You won't have to do it as often, but anytime that you're thinking about her or him, you need to flip it and affirm her away, even after you have confirmation she's gone, and you're only doing it for you. It's because you're the one that will easily bring them back. So you want to affirm after that. And let's bring something up, because this was asked on my coaching call on Sunday, speaking of gutter trash. If you affirm a lot for gutter trash, this was asked by a client of mine. If you affirm a lot against gutter trash, does that mean you're keeping her here? Or I think that's what the question was. Something like that. No. If you're affirming for, I think she was like, is affirming for gutter trash too much problem type thing? Nope, not at all. I affirm because you know yourself, okay? And you have to take a look at your relationship and ask yourself, do I view this as a problem? If gutter trash is a problem for you, then there is no like, well, your subconscious mind does not have an opinion, okay? And does not have the ability to decide on its own. So your subconscious mind is not going to be like, you've been really affirming for gutter trash a lot, so I think we're going to keep them together, or we're not going to do that because you're affirming for gutter trash too much. That's not what that means. Okay. Instead, because that would be as stupid as saying when you're affirming for SP that your subconscious mind is going to be like, you're affirming for this guy way too much, so you're obsessed. That's not what it does. That's not what it does. So there's no sense in if gutter trash is a problem for you and you find yourself thinking about gutter trash often, then if you have to affirm 80% of the time for gutter trash next to the picture, then that's what you're going to do. There's no such thing as affirming gutter trash away too much. Okay. Because if you want that bitch to exit the fucking scene and she's a stressor for you and she's a problem for you, then double down. Then double down. How are you going to make more money at the casino when you're playing at the tables? You have to double down. Double down. Okay? That's how you get results, especially if that person is a stressor for you and you view that person somewhat as a challenge. Then nah. Bye, bitch. If that means I have to affirm 80% of the time against you, I'll do it all day long. You think I give a shit? Nope. Because there's no different than you affirming for SP 80% of the time or you affirming for gutter trash away 80% of the time. The result's the same. Gutter trash leaves. And SP and you are together. So there's no problem with that. And no, if you affirm gutter trash a majority of your time, does that mean that it stalls you at SP? No, it does not. No, it does not. Because either way, you're distracting your mind. I did. I affirmed gutter trash away. No problem. If I have to sit there and affirm for her for fucking 5 hours, you know what I'm going to do? Buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm going to sit there and affirm for you for 5 hours because I don't give a shit. I need you gone now. Bye. Bye-bye. Tululu. And please, let the door fucking hit your ass on the way out. Yeah. I'm going to get what I want. And there's no such thing as obsessing too much. Because I obsess over my shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's a healthy obsession and an unhealthy obsession. Unhealthy obsession is you obsessing over your SP's bullshit all day long. That's an unhealthy obsession. But obsessing over your manifestation, it's totally healthy obsession. And I'm fine with that. I notice that when I'm feeling forgiving, he conforms. But when I'm angry with him, he doesn't. Duh, Nadine. Duh. Look, here's what you have to understand is when you get upset, they always pull back. Always. They always pull back. When you want to voice your opinion and you want to get an attitude, they always pull back. Because us ladies forget, when you're in a relationship, you don't have to verbalize, okay? You don't have to say shit, but you are saying shit at the same time. Because this, it says it all. It says it all. You're not saying shit, right? But this, it's telling them something ain't right with you. Because we tend to do that. They're like, you okay? You're like, I'm fine. They're like, obviously you're not fine. So then I have to remind myself, I'm the perfect girlfriend. So am I a little annoyed? Sure. But I will let him see that. Okay. Even if you are annoyed, even because we're human, right? So I ran into this the other day where it said it all over my face. So he pulled back. And more like that, I'll give you a little moment to self-loathe the new pity party. And then I was like, no, fuck that. I'm the perfect girlfriend. And so I put my big girl panties on, affirmed, and had the best attitude ever. And we're fine 1,000%. We always are. The only reason you have an attitude is because you read into shit. I'm the same. We read into shit. We take things personal. We do all the things, get in our own fucking head. And then want to sit there and be like, Jen, you're so fucking stupid. Like, stop doing that. It's easy to do that. It's easy to do that. But that's why you affirm. Flip the thoughts. Give yourself the story you want to hear instead of going down and pre-assuming all, hey, Sean's a girlfriend, instead of pre-assuming all the things you don't want. So of course, when you have the feeling of forgiving or you're nice and sweet, they conform. And then when you're angry with an attitude, they pull back. Of course, it's contagious. But you push forward. You push forward and you persist and you persist and you persist. Kindly hold, please. All of a sudden, it was like stuck forever. And then all of a sudden it wants to turn on. You guys kill me. You guys kill me with that because I get visuals. Like, I don't get visuals, but I get visuals, if it makes sense. Like, I'm not a visualizer. Like, I can't sit there and like create this whole like long scene. 5-10 seconds, I can do that solid. But a whole scene, I can't do that. But when it comes to seeing couples and imagine them having sex, I can do that. And then when it comes to Welcome to Mo saying that she had negative thoughts early this morning in her sleep and woke up rampaging and affirming, I can imagine that too. Where I can imagine, wake up and you're like, he is so in love with me. He'll do anything to be with me. Here's my thing to everybody who's in a ship, okay? Meaning if you're in a friendship, situationship, or relationship, here's my advice to you if you're in any of those ships. Enjoy the ride. I don't mean enjoy the down, okay? That's not what I mean. What I mean is enjoy the relationship. Stop questioning everything. Enjoy the relationship, and you'll get more of things to enjoy in your relationship if you would enjoy the relationship. Enjoy the time you spend together. Enjoy the time you're talking. Guess what you'd get more of? That versus getting all in your head and over-analyzing fucking everything and then being like, I haven't talked to them for 3 hours. What do you think they're doing? I didn't talk to my boyfriend for 6 hours yesterday. I could have called him, sure, but I didn't want to. Because I know because we live together, and so we see each other all the time. And so sometimes when he goes out, it's that he likes his alone time. So I didn't call him at all. I didn't have to. Because I just looked at his photo and said, "You're calling me right now. You're going to call me right now." And then I went on to make my sandwich. And you know what? Within 20 minutes, ring a ding a ding ding ding. I mean, that's not how it sounded, but you get what I'm saying. He called me. Because I said so. I didn't have to call him. I didn't have to get all of my thoughts about what he's doing. I knew what he was doing. And even if you don't, you always know what they're doing if you know what I fucking mean. Okay? He's probably taking a nap. He's sleeping. It's been a long day. Instead of filling your mind with all kinds of bullshit and wondering what the fuck they're doing, all this shit, you can't do that. Stop. SP is in bad terms with me right now. Why, Angela? Well, you guys have to look at this. Why? Why? Why are you and your SP arguing? Why is your SP being mean to you? Why does your SP have an attitude with you? Why do you hate your SP? Why are you guys on bad terms? Why? They don't just wake up like that. Okay, come on. You know what you did. You one, either said too much, two, tried to force the 3D and do all that shit. You can't do that. You can't do that. You insisted on speaking your mind. Well, how'd that work out, bitch? Whatever you did, Angela, you know what you did. Okay, so the thing is to forget about it. You're not on bad terms right now. He can't get enough of you. He thinks you are perfect. In fact, he's over that shit. He wants to talk to you right now, right? He always forgives you instantly. Whatever you need to say to yourself. But the key is to learn from it and say, okay, I literally need to learn to shut the fuck up. I don't need to verbalize anything to this man. But in here, he'll do what the fuck I want. And he'll say what I want. And he'll change his attitude when I want him to change his attitude. And if you think because I affirmed for 20 minutes and 3 hours from now, he still has a whole fucking attitude, I don't think so. I don't think so. And very shortly, if you would persist in that, they turn right back around. They turn right back around. Okay? But we don't need this to be a job, okay, where it takes a lot of work. It doesn't, your relationship wouldn't take a lot of work if you would learn to discipline yourself. It only takes one to make a relationship be amazing. Because it ends up taking two. It only puts one. Only one has to put in the effort. And then both have an amazing relationship. Because you are doing things differently. You're learning how to do things differently. So that you're not on bad terms. That, yeah, you may have a disagreement from time to time, but it never turns into an argument and it never goes beyond a couple hours. That's evolution. You guys should all want your relationship. You guys should all want your relationship to be the relationship that all your friends envy. We all have those people in our lives. They seem to have the perfect relationship, right? That's the relationship you want with your SP. I tell you guys need to very much take into consideration what their assumption of you is and change that. Change their assumption of you by changing your behavior, by changing your attitudes, by changing you. And then all of a sudden their assumption of you changes to match that. But what the fuck is their assumption of you now? Is their assumption of you now that you're a pain in their ass? That all you do is give them a fucking headache and cause drama in their life, and you're just argumentative and you've got a fucking attitude and you're a bitch? Some of you, your assumptions of your SPs assume that you're crazy too. I told you guys, that is the assumption you want of them to have with gutter trash, not you. Not you. You should be reminding them of the woman they fell in love with. Because they're not going to go a damn place. They're not going to go a goddamn place. Why would they go and see if the grass is greener on the other side when you've shown them it's not? when you're everything they've ever wanted and more. And not only that, but they're everything you've always wanted and more too, because you have learned to control. See, they're giving you free will. They are, because they're spiritually asleep. So they're giving you free will. So it's your choice to change so that their assumption of you changes. Now, you are consciously creating. So they don't have a say-so on how they show up in your life unless you decide you are willing to. They never have a say-so how they're showing up in your life. You're just choosing to accept what's currently there. But you're the one that can change whatever you want about that person. Oh, look at that. That's dope. Look at that. You can choose to change whatever you want about your SP. They, on the other hand, are letting you make the choice for them when it comes to you. Do you understand that's the ultimate power? That's the ultimate power, is being able to decide who you want to be as a person for your SP and choosing to be that person for your SP, but also choosing who they'll be for you. That's the ultimate power. Doesn't get any better than that if you ask me. What you all need to do is channel your old Queen of Hearts energy. You know, from Alice in Wonderland. That bitch ruled with an iron fist. Queen of Hearts. Yeah, that's right. She got what she wanted. And she didn't give a shit. She was kicking ass and taking names. That's who you need to be. Me too, Josie. Let's figure out what the hell's going on with you, bitch. Hopefully you're on here. We'll discuss your text in a minute. I muttered some swear words after hanging up a call with him today, only it hadn't ended the call. Sarah, you're... Yeah, people have to realize there's a delay in the hang up. There's a delay in the hang up. Okay. So this reminds me of when we were in, when I was going to court for child support and it was a Zoom call, and my child's father, didn't realize that there's a delay when you end the Zoom call. So obviously things did not go his way. And so as the judge was like, so what have you done for your children? What have you done for your child her entire life? He's like, not much. He's like, well, I don't know what we're here for. He said, I don't know what we're here for, but she's getting 100% custody of everything. And so he hung up, and I was like, and he hung up the phone, but before he hung up the Zoom, he's like, and she's a fucking bitch. And you could, like, everyone on the Zoom, because if you're ever on a court child custody Zoom call, it's not just you and your ex. It's you and there's like 10 other people in the same fucking room with the judge. And so as soon as the call ended and he said that, the judge was like, well, clearly I made the right decision. So Sarah, give it a delay. Oh man. A man said I was solid 8 and that pissed me off. A man said I was a solid 8 and that pissed me off. To my side quest is for him to say I'm a 10. 10. That's all right, Nina. So turn that shit into a 10. He said you were a solid 8. Be like, yeah, solid 18, bitch. The fuck you talking about? I'm a solid 10, homie. Turn it around. Turn it around. See, exactly. He told you he felt peace when he wasn't talking to you. It was like he only feels peace when you talk to me. It was like you only feel peace when you talk to me. Exactly. Exactly. And that, Lisa with the butterfly, is why you have to remember this shit. Let that be an example. I tell you guys numerous times, your SP wants one major thing only, and that's peace. If you can't do that for him, this is why they pull back. They don't want drama and chaos. They don't. Who the fuck does? I don't want drama and chaos. Do you want a dramatic and chaotic relationship? Would you like it if your boyfriend flew off the handle at you every second they got? And just gave you an attitude 24/7? Is that what you would like? No, because your boyfriend gives you an attitude for 10 minutes, you got a problem with it. You're all in your feelings about it. Well, how do you think he feels when you do it consistently? When you're consistently combative? They don't like that shit. They don't like that at all. So yes, Lisa, right now, he only feels peace when he only feels peace when he's with you. Girl, your freaking text cracked me up. But stop listening to what he says, though. Do not listen to what this man says and change him in your mind. Change him in your mind, where he's nothing but loving, sweet, and grovels at your fucking feet and will do anything to make you happy. He'll do anything to make you happy. He's only at peace, and he's only happy and peaceful when he's with you. He cannot stop telling you how amazing you are. In fact, he shows you every single day how much he's in love with you. Yeah, that's how he is for you. Would I ever write a book on manifestation? Well, Haley, you do know I love writing books. I've written 10. Well, really, 3. One has about 8 different covers. But yes, I do plan on writing a book. Well, yeah, I do. I do plan on writing a book. It's easy to write a book for me. I just have to have the time. But I do plan on writing a book. That's a good idea. I will write it very differently than my friend wrote hers. But I was thinking about a workbook, if you will. So it's like it would be like a 28-day SP manifestation book. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm going to give you some shit to do for 28 days. It's a good idea. Maybe I'll start with you guys in the WhatsApp community. And we'll do like a 28-day SP manifestation challenge, if you will, where I'll give you guys something to do each day. I'll have to map this out. So maybe we'll start at the beginning of April. Oh, we're in April. We'll start at the beginning of May. Or maybe before that. If you're in my WhatsApp group, you will participate for free. If you're not in my WhatsApp group, then it will be a paid 28-day challenge. Or you can just, muster up the $7 and join my WhatsApp group, and then it will be free, along with the techniques that I'm going to be putting exclusively in the members only, and all of these other things that will be exclusive in the WhatsApp. Okay? But it will be a 28-day challenge. And then that will be turned into a workbook. Yes, good idea, Haley. Let me take a picture of that, though, just so I remember. But I'm pretty sure one of my admins will remind me. Okay, admins? Nina, you thanked him for giving you a new affirmation. He thinks I'm a hunter, bitch, and he tells me that every fucking day. It's Mimi. Girl, you need to take a step back. And you need to relax. You need to relax. Because in 3D, what you're referring to is your text. Okay? Stop. Persist. I want you to persist, and you will get the turnaround. But you all have to remember this. There's only 3 main reasons why your 3D would show you the opposite. Let's be quite frank. Okay. Your 3D is showing you the opposite only for 1 out of 3 reasons. One is, and maybe it's 3. I don't fucking know. One is I don't know why this bank keeps calling me. I don't even bank with Chase. Anyway, one would be, you're not persisting a perfect boyfriend. You're not seeing him as the version of your SP that would be doing the things in your 3D that you want him to do. Okay? That's one. Now they're spam calling me. Anyway, that's the first thing. The second thing is you are reacting to the 3D. You are focused on the 3D and you're creating more time. Okay, so you're focused on the 3D, like where's it at, where's it at, where's it at? You're checking the 3D, which is why your 3D is showing you the complete opposite. The more you check the 3D, the more you're wavering. You wouldn't need to check. Okay, so you're checking the 3D, which means that you are not creating the assumption it's there. You're not doing what I told you to do. Okay, and then 3, you're not fucking persisting until you get what you want. You're not persisting until you get what you want. If you would persist, you'd get what you want. You understand there's nothing different than me and you. Nothing different. Other than I learned to discipline myself and not react. I don't react. I don't react. And somebody was asking me today on my coaching call, and I said, I checked the 3D. I did often. I tell you, you guys know my story. I told you guys, I would literally put myself in the 3D. I'd put myself in, I'd like do things that you guys, it would have caved, folded, spiraled, and the whole works. I literally put myself in a position all the time where I could have easily reacted. That's probably why I don't react. Because I literally put myself in situations where I could have reacted. But I learned. I want what I want. I would walk by. I told you guys at nighttime, you can't see shit. By the way, I would never live on the bottom floor of an apartment because, people just be looking in your shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used to live on the top floor. And you can't see anything in anybody's apartment until it's dark outside. Because then they have the lights on. And so at night, I would walk by. I'd have some cocktails. I learned now, I learned that I can't have cocktails and walk around because then I end up falling in bushes and laying in the middle of sidewalks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Falling down cemented staircases, And I was like, my friend was like, bitch, you need to lock your ass inside if you're drinking. But I would go do that. Okay, judge me not. One time, I was walking by his unit, checking the 3D, and this is embarrassing, but it's hilarious to me. I was walking and my foot, like, how there's like the ledge between like the sidewalk and then, or like the walk path and then like the bush. I actually stood on that side and I ended up falling into the middle of the walk path. It was not like midnight, guys. It was like 8 o'clock. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure nobody walked by or people would have picked me up. So here I am in my bathrobe, which underneath my bathrobe is my negligee that I wear to bed. And I'm laying face down in the bush across the walk path. And you would have thought I was like 500 pounds. I could not, for the life of me, pick myself up at all. Like, I could not get up. And so I had to like roll over and like try to like hoist my ass up. All of this was taking place in front of his balcony at night. Thank God he didn't see me. But I would walk by. So I could have been triggered. I don't know what and I would always tell myself that when I was done. I'm like, what are you looking for, bitch? Like, I'd have like a pep talk with myself. Like, honestly, what are you checking for? What do you want to see? You know what I'm saying? And then I would affirm. I would never see anything, but then I would affirm right after that. Like, there would be times when I'd be sitting there. Thanks, Shanti. There'd be times when I would walk by and, cause I used to talk to the neighbor that lived across his walk path, across from his unit. And he is a huge alcoholic, so I'd have to like walk him home sometimes. But there'd be times when I'd walk by and I'd see them sitting at the dinner table, eating dinner. And then I'd see his ass get up, put his things away and go in his room. And I'm like, yeah, of course, because he's playing video games. I didn't read into it like, oh, family dinner. I didn't do any of that. I literally put myself in so many situations to get triggered, but I didn't get triggered because I was just like, I would make up shit. I would make up shit in my mind because I know him, so it would help me. Or I'd be like, oh yeah, he plays video games all fucking day long because he can't stand that bitch. Yeah, that's what I would do. So where you guys get triggered by the 3D showing me the opposite, the 3D showing me the opposite, blah, 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 blah. So fucking what? So what? There's a turnaround. There's a turnaround. And you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, especially if you don't live near the guy. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. So your job is not to question a goddamn thing. It's not to question anything, but it's to persist in your new truth. Persist, persist, persist. That's your job. Guess I better fur more. Think with him getting in my face, put me in a foul mood. Absolutely, James. Absolutely. If you have to firm that motherfucker gutter trash to the dumpster, do it. And you know what? I want you to give him an identity. Okay? I don't want you to react. I want you, for you and your SP, I want you to show your SP the man that she fell in love with. Okay? That's your role. I don't give a fuck if that man is standing right there. Your job, other than like being all lovey-dovey, is to show her character-wise the man she fell in love with. Be the better person, if you will. The man that she fell in love with. Let that man look like a fucking raging lunatic. While you're over here like, I'll remind my wife. I'll remind my baby exactly who I am and why she loves me so much. And you can go ahead. Don't worry, though. In my mind, you'll turn out exactly how I want you to. Give him an identity. Like he's fucking crazy. That's my favorite one. It's my favorite one. Or you can literally just say, you know, there's no right or wrong way to affirm a gutter trash away. As you can see in our success stories, right? Some people will say they've gone away. They've completely gone away. They don't exist, right? It doesn't matter. There's nothing right or wrong. Whatever has to happen, happens, right? So it's like, you can literally just be like, no, she fucking hates him and he's gone away. She hates him, he's gone away. Or he's found somebody else. He's completely found somebody else and he's gone away. And he will. Oh, there you go, user 4780. You bought prayer beads. I can imagine when you're buying the prayer beads and you're like, I'm just buying these so I can count my obsessive requests. Thank you very much. That's really it. I just need the beads. Yeah, you could always see it in the face. See, you guys realize it. This says it all. That's right, Angela. Back on track, but make sure that you're learning from it. Okay, make sure you're learning from it so you're not repeating the patterns. We need to break the pattern. Okay. This change in weather, I didn't bring my lotion, so yes, judge me fucking not. I took some water and just put it on my fucking face. It's purified though. That's right. You guys should all be, if you guys, in every one of your descriptions of your SP, every one of your descriptions of your SP should have in there that they only find peace. They only find peace when they're with you. Okay? Because that's what they want, is peace. Nadine and everybody else. Yeah, okay. So you have to weave into your, so there's a fine line, and this is what I learned is, It depends on your SPs, but take a look at their histories, things like that too, and then take a look at you, because sometimes, like, some of us are extremely confident women, right? Extremely confident women and independent women. But sometimes that can backfire if it's not positioned correctly. Okay, so it's so I'm a single mom, right? So and I always have been. So I managed to build something so that I can take care of my child, right? Because who the fuck was taking care of him? It definitely wasn't the state. And nobody else. So I had to financially support my child. So which meant all my bills were paid. I had my own place to live. Like, I have all my own shit, because who else was supposed to provide for that, right? However, some men like to be the provider. And so when you have all your own stuff and you don't need them for that, because this was something I encountered, you don't need them for that, then they're like, but that's what they're used to. So instead, I had to change that in my description, that no, he absolutely loves the fact that I'm independent, and he shows me he loves me in different ways, right? He knows that I need him in different ways other than financial support. And I've actually told him this verbally too. So that it changed that, because that was a lot of people's love language. My love language, when I was, for a long time, which I didn't realize this until I took my NLP class, was that, I express, and you guys should take a look at your relationships, because this was eye-opening for me, is I realized that I expressed love. I showed love by taking care of people, by, buying them things, by doing things like a whole ass motorcycle. Like, we're not little shit. Like, all these different things, because my dad was a very busy father, right? He was a provider, and he was Japanese. And so, no shame, but he would show love by he would be active in our games, like in my games and on the weekends and stuff like that for us. But he never was that show affection type of guy. Never was like, I love you, like none of that. His whole love language is like, I can talk shit to you all week long, but let me go ahead and buy you something. You're good to go. Like, you're solid. You know, he had to feel needed in that direction. Even today, he has a hard time. He had a hard time when I no longer needed him to help me. He'd make those little comments. So I changed my assumption of him. But I learned that. So then I learned to do things differently. So what is your love language? Is it working for you or against you? Okay. That was just a little side note. Do we ever have moments where we're so fed up, we don't want them anymore, can't stand them? I mean, you can, but the only reason for that is, and I can speak to you, Lisa, the only reason for that is because you're not liking the person that's showing up right now. The combative one, the one that seems to be controlling, that seems to, have an attitude, even though he's talking about you having an attitude, the things like that. And text can be very misconstrued. Okay. So obviously the guy cares about you, but the tonality of his text needs to change. It needs to change. Where right now he thinks he's in control. But no, he's fucking not. So if you would, put this shit on, Lisa, with the butterfly. If you put this shit on and be like, look, let me tell you what your shit's going to be, and let me tell you how you're going to fucking talk to me, homie. You're going to talk to me all day fucking every day. And you're going to say nothing but loving, sweet things to me. You'll talk to me with nothing but respect. Right? He's constantly talking to me with respect. Like, he literally thinks I am perfect. He never complains about me at all. I can never do anything wrong. He thinks I'm perfection. He'll do anything to make me happy. He is always sending me loving, sweet texts. Like, he worships the ground that I walk on. He'll do anything to make me happy. He's constantly communicating everything with me all day, every day. He texts me good morning every single fucking day. Yeah, he's always texting me. Not a day goes by that he doesn't text me. Right? When you start describing him that way, Lisa, he will conform. You will see the tonality of his text changing. You will see, but you can't react, right? You can't react. You're assigning labels that don't serve you. Okay. So instead, if he sends you a series of texts right now that are nothing but rude, that's not what you read. That's not what you tell yourself. You could read the text, but what you tell yourself is, he is so fucking sweet. He's so sweet. He always sends me loving texts. You will notice the text tonality starts to change to match what you're describing them as. But when you're describing them as rude, guess what they're going to continue to be? Rude. And there's only so much rudeness we can take. So change it now. Persist in that, because trust me, sister, I know you. You will find nothing but greater satisfaction when that man conforms to being loving, sweet, so attentive and affectionate and telling you all the things you want to fucking hear. I already know you, bitch. You're going to sit there and be like, that's right. That's right, homie. Checkmate, bitch. Checkmate. And if you get out of line again, don't even trip. Don't trip. And the best thing is, he thinks it's his idea. And it isn't. It's all you. And that's the power position. That's the power position. But right now, I tried telling you this last night. Don't listen to what he's saying. And do not assign rude as the label to these texts. Instead, he's amazing. Look at him telling me how much he loves me. He's so cute. Look at him trying to get my attention every waking second he gets. He's obsessed with me. Yeah, more like, well, why didn't you call me for the last 2 days? Bitch, don't even trip, because we're not going to go 2 more days without talking to each other, because you, homie, you'll be contacting me every day. Nothing to discuss. I don't need to go 2 days without talking to you when I can get you to text me whenever I fucking want. And you'll text me good morning every single day. And the best part is, you'll think it's your choice. Yeah, Denny, that's because you're not letting it go. Okay? You're not letting it go. It's like, do you want to be with somebody or do you not, right? Do you want to be with your SP and do you want to be with him being amazing, or do you want to be with him and have him be an asshole? I think I'd choose the amazing route. Is I want him to be that person for me. I don't want him to be a dick and a complete asshole and everything I don't want. That's not what I want at all. At all. So I'm going to take the challenge and I'm going to persist. You don't have to believe it. Okay? You don't have to believe it. You have to just say it. And you will start to believe it when you start to see him change. Okay? But it's acknowledging the change. That will further step you into the assumption. You can't brush the shit under the rug and be like, yeah, well, okay, he did this, but he didn't do the 25,000 other things I'm affirming for. No. So let's say you have your whole description of your SP, and they're doing, and then all of a sudden he talks to you really nice today, which is out of character for him. You have to acknowledge that and like, that's right. Okay. That's movement. He's conforming. So I'm going to persist. And when you start to see movement, I don't care if he's like super nice to you today, and then all of a sudden tomorrow, he's a little sketch with the attitude. Nope. Remember yesterday. Nope. Yesterday he was perfect. He's conforming. I'm going to persist. Even in the worst time. I'm going to persist because he must do the complete turnaround. He doesn't have a choice. And the more you see him start to change to match your description, you should be stepping into that assumption a lot easier of him, because you're already seeing it start to play out in your reality. But you have to acknowledge it. So many of you ladies, you want 100%. If you don't get 100% right away, you're like, that's not good enough. You're right. It's not good enough. However, when you're wanting 100% and you get 2% for the day, you should be taking that 2% and saying, sick, 98% to go. I'm going to affirm and I'm going to keep affirming, and I'm going to use the 2% as motivation to show me, as evidence to show me that he's conforming. So I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going. And that 2% is going to turn into 7%. Oh, sick. He is conforming even more. And then all of a sudden that 7% is going to turn into 49% overnight, because you are using the small, minute changes that are being made to motivate you to, as confirmation and as movement, to persist further. Does that make sense? So it's like if you're affirming that he's always calling and texting you, and you get a text today and then you get a text tomorrow. Well, that's 2 days in a row that he's texted you. Instead of being like, yeah, but it's not all day, every day. Okay, cool. But you should be taking the 2 as like, okay, yeah, that's right. And that 2 is going to turn into 6. Let me keep going. Let me keep going, because I'm getting movement and using the movement to motivate you to move forward. Now, we'll get through these and then I'll address the text that came through. Although she sent a second fucking text, and because you sent a second text, I can't see the first original text. Okay, Jari, you and SP are close now, and he likes me. You can see that now. Okay, cool. But you need to know that. Okay, so you need to persist forward, but he is still holding it back. That's because you are looking for him to confirm. Okay, you're saying, and I can tell by your language. Okay, so you're saying, and he likes me. He likes me. I can see that now. Okay, you need to see that, and then he pushes it out. Okay, so then it's like he's still holding it back because you are still not sure. Okay, you're still not sure. Like, you can see it, but it's like, but is it? Is he really? And you're still inconsistent in your thoughts about it. So you need to be more consistent in your thoughts about it. Be like, no, he absolutely likes me. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? He thinks that I am fucking perfect, and every day he shows me that he cares about me. Okay, you need to describe him so that he's not holding it back anymore and persisting in the version of him that doesn't hold shit back from you. Okay, he is going to hold it back. The only reason they're holding things back is because you are holding it back. Not holding it back, but you're not consistent. And clearly, you're not you want to know? Okay, look, Jari, let's be frank, because I just saw your next comment. You're saying, but he's like, look, this is called the confirmation you need right here, is your words. My SP are close now, and he likes me. I can see that now, but he is still holding it back. Then 4 comments later, you tag Lisa with the butterfly and say, I had that someday. Okay, you had what someday? Because I just responded to Lisa, and Lisa says, do you ever have moments where, I'm playing this whole conversation out because I speak facts, okay? Lisa said, do you ever have these moments where we're so fed up we don't want them anymore? Okay? And you want to know why he's still holding it back. I think you have your answer. You need to change that. You need to persist forward, okay? But if you're wavering, because clearly you're wavering, sometimes you're fed up and you don't want him anymore, and then other times you want to be close to him and you want him to like you and you want him to want to be with you, but you're teetering between both. So he's holding it back. Yeah, because he's not sure. And he's not sure because you're not sure. So when you decide you want to stay on one lane instead of, riding in the middle of 2 lanes, and you decide you want to stick in one lane, he will stick in the same lane. He'll join your lane. But right now you're riding in the middle of 2 lanes. And so because of that, guess who's following right behind you? He is, in 2 lanes. That's right, Shanzi. That's growth. That is growth. 3D tried to get me to go back today, but I was like, hell no, you don't run this, I do. It's fascinating how certain things play out. Okay. Maybe I'll leave it in the WhatsApp group. I don't really want to see it on here. For, prying eyes. But I will say this. When you say an affirmation and then something weird happens, because I didn't even know you could do this on social media, but it happened 2 days ago. For me, well, because I assign meaning to everything that I want it to mean, is for me that was confirmation. It was confirmation. It was something very bizarre. It has not happened in the 2 years that we've been doing this. But I told you guys, I'm not going to tell you don't check social media, just affirm through social media. I do it. Why not? I'm nosy. Who gives a fuck? But because I can control myself. And does it try to trigger me sometimes? Sure. But I switched my affirmation. I didn't switch it. I just focused on 2. And all of a sudden, the strangest thing happened. And now there's nothing to check. And it was very bizarre how it worked out. But yeah, that's because why? They've gone away. Literally. I got confirmation from my boyfriend and from social media. So, and it's not the confirmation from social media. You guys would all freaked out over the confirmation I got. But I looked at it like, hell yeah. Manifestation is fucking fun when you realize you're in control. Oh, shit, Maggie. Well, girl, keep your options open. That happened to another client of mine. She's living her best life right now. I gotta add that. See, you guys are always having me evolve my description of my SP. Oh yeah, glitter sparkles. I'll have to tell you. I'll tell you on the side. It was just weird. It was weird what happened. But it has to do with gutter trash. Former gutter trash, I say. Anyway, see, you guys are always getting me to evolve my description of my SP. I wanted to feed me grapes on an island. I need grapes on an island. I want grapes in general. Shit. Oh, I know it is, girlfriend. I know it is. Yes, 20-day challenge. We're going to do the 28-day challenge. I don't know why I chose 28 days. Oh, like they say, it's a full lunar cycle. Whatever the fuck that means. Hello, how can I help? How can I help navigate? How can I help negative thoughts and feelings like I'm manifesting them? Well, Chris, you are always manifesting your negative thoughts and feelings are manifesting. Excuse me. Your negative thoughts are manifesting, not your negative feelings. Okay. So your feelings don't matter. What matters is the minute your thoughts align with your emotions. Okay. So like if you're having a down day or you're sad, like you're feeling sad or angry or just upset, and your thoughts align with that emotion, because usually it starts with a thought. Okay. So like you don't just like break down and start crying, typically, or you don't just get angry for no goddamn reason. Okay. Usually something happens in like a thought or something in the 3D or a thought happens that triggers the emotion. Okay. Thanks, Tammy Fines, girl. And it triggers the emotion. Then, and that's fine. But then that's when affirming should be coming into play, because now you're counteracting that emotion and you're affirming through the tears, through the anger, through whatever emotion you're experiencing. However, what most people do is let their thoughts align with the feeling. So the thought triggers the emotion or the feeling, and then their thoughts continue to spiral because it's matching the emotion. You can't do that. Tammy Fines, are you all packed up, bitch, ready to go? Because we're on the countdown, homegirl. Hey, Georgie. Okay. So you have to understand that part. If you're aligning the negative thoughts with the feelings, that's the problem. But you can't also just shove your thought aside. Some of you guys will do that like, no. Huh? You can't do that. You can't do that. Tabitha, do you want to send me the text that Jonah sent? Because I saw it for a brief second, but then she commented again on her text, so I didn't see I didn't see it again. All I saw was your new reply, Jonah. It was something, I know, I saw the beginning of it. Your text was something like, you saw SP and gutter trash out together, and they didn't look as miserable as you thought. Okay. So what? I don't give a shit. They looked how miserable you thought they looked. Okay? So you see them out. Let's say you see them out and they're laughing. So if you want to go ahead and assign the meaning to that, like they look so happy together, you go right ahead. Or you can sit there and say whatever the fuck you want. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So, or you can say whatever the hell you want it to mean. You don't think I saw my boyfriend and gutter trash walking out the place together? Sometimes? Yeah, I did. So, they went to Costco 80 times per month. And then every time they went out, I was like, he doesn't want to go. Like, he hates her. Yeah, he looks so depressed. He hates her. He fucking hates her. Who cares how they look? Because, like, let's think realistically speaking. Let's think logically speaking here. How is somebody supposed to look when they walk out of their house with gutter trash? Is that how they're supposed to look? No. People put on safe fit. My parents used to do this shit all the time. All the time. Had a huge argument, but have somewhere to go. You think they walk out of the house like that? No. It's called saving face. We have to put on a face because we have to go out. We have these plans already, so we got to go. Even though they just said fuck you 5 minutes ago. So what? So what? They have to put on a show. They have to put on a safe face. They have to act like everything is fine when they go out in public, but yet behind closed doors, it's toxic nation. It's fighting every fucking second they get when they're behind closed doors. Very often, unless you're a juvenile, very rarely does it take place outside of closed doors. Most behavior is behind closed doors. It's not, they don't dish their laundry to the public. Yeah. No, they don't. They suck it up and they're like, let's go. So just because I don't care if you saw them and he had a huge ass smile on his face. So he's fucking miserable. God, he hates her so much. He is having this is what I used to do. I used to do this all the time. And it works. It worked. It would work every time. And I would only know and get confirmation because we were together. But you assign whatever meaning you want to everything. You have no idea how that night ended. But you could have if you controlled yourself. Instead, you should have looked at them and been like, he's having the most miserable day of his life right now. He's nothing but miserable right now. In fact, they cannot stop arguing. He fucking hates her. He's having the worst time of his life today. This is going to be the worst day of his life. That's what she should have said. I did that. You guys told me, you guys heard me say earlier that I was told before, very early on, this was a while ago, something I didn't want to hear. So when he went out, that's exactly what I did. Do you care to know how the night went? Exactly how I said it was going to go. That's what you have to say. Okay, Jonah? So that's what you have to say. You have to assign the meaning you want and persist no matter what you see. They're not going to walk out of the house looking like they fucking hate each other's guts. So they just but let me tell you how this night's going to end. Sorry, honey. I even said that to myself. It's like, sorry, honey, but you're having the worst night of your life tonight. In fact, you're completely miserable. And guess what he came home and said? Exactly that. So, what did we learn, Jonah? The next time, if you see them out, what are you going to do? You're going to control how their night goes. You're going to control the narrative. You're going to control exactly how that night goes. She's fucking crazy. He hates her. All they do is argue. In fact, he's completely miserable tonight because they can't stop arguing. He's going to have the worst night ever, and he will. You control the narrative 100% of the time. So you decide how his night's going to go. Great, happy, with gutter trash, or miserable and angry and worst night of his life with gutter trash. That's why you have to remind yourself. That's who she's gutter trash. Who the fuck has a good time with gutter trash? I don't hang out with trash. Trash smells. And they attract flies because they're gross. And that's how your gutter trash is. Okay? Problem solved. Thanks, Pasky. I try. And you guys know all about my personal business too. Hey, River Captain. Where have you been, bruh? Hey, Savadogo. You guys do know all about my personal business. Clearly, I hold nothing back from you. Why? Because I have no fucking filter, which that's why I ditched everything I've ever been told from business coaches and shit. I was like, maybe that works for you, but it seems like a lot of rules. Seems like a lot of guidelines. Seems like a lot of steps. I don't follow any of that shit. And again, I have no filter. Which is why I love people that come on here and go, you cuss too much. Well, scroll to the next. Scroll to the next. So for immediate needs, how to manifest without repelling. Tony Fines. Okay, so it depends on what your immediate need is. But you're not repelling. First of all, like, let's dead that assumption, okay? You should only create assumptions that you want, not assumptions that benefit you. Every one of you should only have assumptions that benefit you. You should only think things that benefit you, positive things about manifesting, because it benefits you. The last thing you want to do is think that you're going to be repelling your manifestation. You're not. The only way you can repel your manifestation is by thinking against it, okay? But if you want to, if you need immediate needs, like let's say you need your bills paid or rent's due, right? You need to start telling yourself that you always have plenty of money. Okay, I always have plenty of money. My bills are paid on time every month. Okay, money just comes to me from everywhere. Whatever it is that you want to say, you need to affirm for that. But the key is to not react to whatever you see in your 3D. So you open up your bank account and there's $20 staring back at you. You can't react. You cannot. You cannot sit there and be like, oh shit, how am I going to pay for this? You can't do that. So instead you're like, you can see $20 staring back at you. Your subconscious mind doesn't know what you're looking at. So you control it. So you have to say, dang, I got plenty of money. Yeah, I got plenty of money. My bills are easily paid for. Like I literally have plenty of money in the bank. Okay. Cause that's all your subconscious mind knows. Just like if you're trying to save money. No. Okay. Like I'm saving up for this. Saving up implies you don't have enough. Okay. So instead, turn it around. I don't care what you're saving for. Okay. So let's say you need $5,000 on a time crunch. You can't be like, I'm saving $5,000 so that I can move. I'm saving money to get my car fixed. No. I have $5,000 in my bank right now. Like money comes to me every single day. Money flows to me easily. Like literally, I always have plenty of money. I have over $5,000 in the bank right now. Okay. Saving implies lack. Unless you're saving for a fucking yacht, but that still implies lack. Shit. Okay. So that still implies lack. Okay. That's what you have to understand is savings, lack. That means you don't have. That's why you are saving. See what I'm saying? So instead, you need to focus on what it is that you want instead. So I'm not saving for shit I already have. Okay. I have 10 grand in the bank right now. Like literally, my car bill, it's already been paid for. My car repair, it's already taken care of. All my bills are always paid on time. Every single month, my bills are paid on time. I have plenty of money in the bank. Okay. And then choose a dollar amount, or I make $1,000 a day, or whatever it is for you. That's the key to it. Anything that implies you don't have is lack. Okay. So if you're saying you're saving for something, some of you, and you know who you are, you're no longer saving. No longer saving. You have. I'm sure you have, Flashy. She says she's been doing is laughing since our last call yesterday about gutter trash. Yeah, it's all perception. Okay, it's all perception. And it's amazing how quickly things can turn around and how you can get confirmation and all that good shit. Yeah. So, this is why I say, especially with gutter trash, throw something randomly out there and don't even think about it again. Okay, she did. She did. She said, oh man, wouldn't it be interesting if she found somebody else? She had a specific person in mind, actually. She had a specific person in mind. And so I think a week, she didn't think about it again. She didn't say it again. And then a week later, she got confirmation that gutter trash was staring at that specific person she had in mind all night long, which pissed off other people. So then we were talking, because we do weekly coaching. So then we were talking, and we had said something. I think it was I had said something, or she, whatever. It was a random conversation. Random piece came up where I said something about, well, whatever has to happen for your husband to move out of where he's staying, which is with the specific person she had in mind, and is going to happen. So then she gets confirmation that the specific person she had in mind also has feelings for the gutter trash. It's one thing for one person to have feelings for someone. It's another thing for it to be mutually agreed upon. Never know how your manifestation is going to come full circle, bitches. Because her shit is here. Her shit is here. And now we're leveraging. Right? She got the confirmation, and now we leverage. That's all it's about. You know what the best part is? The best part is leveraging. That I find to be the funnest part of manifesting, which is why I teach you guys to leverage the law, right? Because now we do a little deep diving, especially if you work with me one-on-one, we do a little deep diving, figure out some things, and then create the leverage. And then they conform. Then it works in your favor because you leverage. Following the law is stupid. It's mainstream. Crazy Core, I don't know why you're like the littlest known kept secret around here. I'll be frank, okay? Because I literally messaged my admins this morning about you. I said, what is Crazy Court's actual name? So I can contact you, so I can send you all the things. So if you could kindly send me a message and put Crazy Court, that's all it needs to say. Then now I know who you are, and so I can respond, okay? Because this is what people do. People will send me a message and then they'll send me a screenshot of the text and ask me what they should say. So yes. Okay, perfect. So Crazy Court, I have your name, but please send me a text. Thank you so much. Because I definitely want to help you out so that you can get that. We can get it on. Because of course, why wouldn't your SP text you? Why wouldn't your SP message you? All your SPs are messaging you, so I don't know what the fuck you're even tripping out about. There ain't nothing to worry about. The more shit it is, the more they will hide it. Huh? What are you talking about, Natalie? The more shit it is, the more they will hide it. That is not convicted chaos. That is not a good assumption to have. Okay, that's not a good assumption to have, because the more shit it is, the more they will hide it is only creating a liar, a deceiver. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to date a liar or a deceiver. Okay, and I know you don't either. So we don't want that. So we have to dead that shit. Okay, we have to dead it now. No, in fact, they always tell me the truth. They always tell me the truth. They tell me everything. Everything. They hold nothing back. Nothing. Nothing back. Okay, then that's what you got. Oops, sorry, guys. Crazy Cord. Oh. Are you in the States? Because if you're in the States, just send me a text. What do you mean you're working to get WhatsApp? It's like a fucking app that you just press the stall, bitch. Mind your own business? Ooh, who needs to mind their own business? Yes, Jasmine, I'll take a look at it. I have also been affirming from Recipe's bandmates to bring my name up in Cabo. Good, Nina. That's right. See, I start off with getting rid of gutter trash when affirming, then I do my SP after. Yeah, that's how I do it, Jackie. I don't know if there's a right and wrong way. That's just how I figure process of elimination. Gutter trash, gotta go. SP, come on home, baby. That's like how my mind works. So I would do it in that order too. Don't know why. We probably need a chat. I don't give a damn. But what you need to do is fucking relax. I want you to just be in to know, okay? I want you to just be in to know. But I want you to take an assessment of your thoughts for the next, and the things that you're speaking for the next 24 hours, but don't lie to yourself, okay? I'm not saying don't flip them, but let's have a little thought process, okay? Okay, let's do, man, I was hoping to find out who needed to mind their own fucking business, but I missed all the tea. Anyway, okay, let's get ready to do the energy. Oh, thanks, Glitter Sparkle. She's the best, by the way. Repent before it's too late. Oh, God. Oh, man. I always miss the good shit. Oh, man. Life's too short to not have fun when manifesting, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see, Charlize. After months of knowing I'm source, I have full on spiraled and do not know how to get back on track. Huh? Okay, Charlize. I'd have to know what you can get on back on track today, right now. Okay, when what you want outweighs what you don't want. Okay, Crazy Court, that I don't know why the fuck you don't have my phone number. Okay, so Charlize, you should not be spiraling at all because you're in control. Okay, so it's like, do you want what you want? This is where I'd have to know your current situation. Are you in contact or no contact with your SP, and what are you doing? Okay, because if you're we'll just say no contact. If you're in no contact with your SP, but you're living in the end of marriage, that's part of the problem, which is why you would spiral. Okay. But if you would manifest the back and steps and start seeing your SP, well, bear with me for a little bit here, Charlies. Let's do these exercises first. And in case you all feel like you want to repent, just repent that you didn't know about this shit sooner. What does it mean that you only get what you want, what you already have or are? Priya, what they mean by that is that you only get what you already have or are is like you have to assume it to be true. Live in the end. You need to decide that it's yours. So you need to, Prima Donna, shoot a message back up to the top for me, please, bitch. Okay, what does it mean that you only get what you already have? Yeah, so it's the state of being. They're talking about your identity, okay? The state of being is your identity. So it's like, but identities have been shifted over time because identities are at the hierarchy of change, okay? So it's basically whatever comes after I am, okay? That's an identity. So, because basically here's how the subconscious mind works, right? You have identities, values, beliefs, personal development, behaviors, and environment. Okay, that's the layers of the mind. Okay, so most people will try to change from the ground up. They'll try to change their environment and their behaviors. This is how it is with weight loss, right? This is why diets don't work, is they have you change your behaviors and your environment. But your identities are at the hierarchy of change. Your identities are stored at the subconscious level. Your behaviors and environment are conscious changes. Okay, they're not at the subconscious level. So this is why you'll diet and then you'll fall off the wagon, you'll cheat, you'll quit, you'll give up, all those things, because that is an external, that's a conscious change. Subconsciously are where your values, beliefs, and identities are stored. Okay, so if you want it's the trickle down effect. When you change your identity, you change your values, beliefs, environment, behavior automatically change to match the identity. Okay, so so there's no pressure, there's no trying there. It lowers the trying, but you have to create the identity shift. So this is why I tell you guys that you need to see yourself as perfect girlfriend. Perfect. I am perfect. I am the perfect girlfriend. I am the perfect girlfriend. I am perfect. I am chosen. I am desired. I am wanted, right? I am a mother. I am a provider. I am financially stable. I am rich. I am secure. Okay. All of those are identities. So when you have the identity, I am successful. I am wealthy. I am a 7-figure entrepreneur. Those are all identities. So when you have those identities, that's exactly what they're meaning by you only get what you already have or are. They're referring to I am statements, identities. Because your identities are the drivers, motivators, and creators of everything that you do. Okay. However, it doesn't mean you won't get your SP because you don't think you're perfect. Like, that's fucking stupid. Okay, that's stupid. So identities, yes. Are they strong? Should you have strong identities? Yes. But you also have negative identities. That's where the self-concept lack comes into play, right? I am not chosen. I am not worthy. I am not loved. I am not special. I am lazy. I am overweight. I am fat. I am unhealthy. I am this. I am that, right? It also goes the negative as well. Those are also running your ship. But just because you believe that you are, just because you have the identity that I am loved, doesn't mean your SP, it doesn't mean it necessarily applies to your SP. I am wanted doesn't necessarily apply to your SP. Okay. So those are great. There's nothing wrong with identities. You should have empowering identities, but there's more to it than just an identity shift. Because that's where now you have to guide yourself to, and this is what I want. This is where the affirmation comes. Whoever I want wants me even more, right? Because you could feel wanted by everyone but your SP. So what good does that fucking do, right? I am loved. by everyone but my SP. Like, because that's what's running on here. I am respected by everyone but my SP. See what I'm saying? So it's like, even though you may have those identities, you're still not attaching that to your SP. So there's a difference between I am rich, implying I am rich, versus I am wanted by my SP. You know what I mean? So so SP is a bit, it's more than just making the identity shift. You need to attach that to SP as well. Okay. Because there's a lot of people that feel desired by everyone but the one they want, their SP. There's a lot of people that are respected by everyone but their SP. There's a lot of people that are loved by everyone but their SP. Okay. So that's where the two are not necessarily intertwined together. He went to go visit family and took all his stuff. He said he was coming back and reassured me, but it's just also weird. Okay, hold your questions because we got to do this thing now. We're never going to get the shit done. Okay, because I have a hard stop at 1 in 45 minutes, and I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, so you have to see him differently. Okay, you have to see him differently. You have to see him at his word. I mean, why don't you just take him at his word? We'll start there. Okay, I know it seems weird, but Charlize, the only reason why it seems weird is because the second this man said he's going to visit family, fine. But the second this man took all his shit, your thoughts wavered. Your thoughts wavered against it. Because you were like, well, if you're going to, and natural, like, don't get me wrong, where it's like, well, if you're going to see your family for how fucking long? Because you're taking all your shit, right? But he reassured you he was coming back and reassured you, cool, well, I want you to hold on to only that part. Forget he took all his stuff. I want you to hold on to only the fact that he told you he was coming back and he reassured you of that. And I want you to now affirm for that. Like, no, his ass is coming home today. The fuck? No, he's coming home right now. He's actually coming home right now. He is coming home right now to be with me. To be with me. All right. Now, let's go ahead and do the energy cord cutting and the photo method because I want you guys to get movement, okay? So while you're pulling out the pictures of your SP, which you should already have handy, by the way, I am your manifestation bestie. In case you are new here, I teach all things law. I teach you how to leverage the law of assumptions so that it works in your favor. That's not the same as law of assumption, okay? We make it fun and we get you results. I manifested my SP back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks, so I'm good at it, and I'm here to help you be good at it too. I have helped hundreds of people get massive movement from their SPs, if not full back together already. Shortest one being in 4 days, and we've had that happen multiple times. So if you're interested in having me manifest for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me, text coaching, I have a manifestation bundle pack as well, where you get a whole month worth of support from us. All links are in said bio. If you're interested in the replay for my releasing negative emotions, people heal their shoulder pains. People are feeling just lighter and just better all around. Their thoughts are much more neutral when it comes to their SPs. You can go ahead and get a copy of the replay. Just act as if you're going to the event. I don't have the replay up yet, but you can book that there as well in the bio. I also go live every day at 12 o'clock Pacific time, or 10 o'clock Pacific time, every day here on TikTok. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the YouTube channel. So go ahead and head on over and subscribe while you're there and watch my long ass replays. Mute the volume. I don't care. Engage, leave a comment, and help me get my watch hours up and help me get my outreach up so that mainly I can help other people learn that it's about leveraging the law, not following, and then exactly how they should get their SP back, because there's right and wrong ways to get their SP back. And you probably learned from somebody who has done it. Just saying. Manifesting an SP and an SP back are not the same. So I've got all the things, all right? So I've got sleep meditations, guided meditations, whatever you want. All links are in the bio. I am the low price leader in the coaching space because I refuse to up my prices because I want to help as many of you as possible get the love of your life back, because that's what this shit is about. So I'm actually going to be posting a crap ton. I have a crap ton of testimonials. I'll be posting those. I've only been teaching it for a little over 60 days, but the amount of testimonials I have don't compare to people who have been teaching this shit for years. Okay? All right. I only give realistic advice here and only teach you what works. And that's all that matters. Okay? All right. Any tips? And in the WhatsApp group, we're going to be doing a 28-day manifestation challenge. And I will be posting exclusive content and everything up in there too. It's literally $7 fucking dollars, guys. You understand most people pay for Discord channels and stuff that cost more than that. And thanks, poor Tamps, girl. And there's a lot of people that charge a whole lot more than what we are. And guess what? Spellcasters charge more than we do. But guys, here's the difference. We actually help you get your SP back. Okay, spellcasters? They're still working on it. Same with tarot card readers, psychics, whatever you want to call them. They're all still working on that shit too. Yeah. And they charge far more than we do, but we get you results. Okay? All right. Tips on thought transmission, and could you explain it further? Yes, Mara, I will right after we do this, because this is thought transmission, what we're about to do. Okay? So let's do these 2 exercises, and then I want you to, and then I'll explain thought transmission for you further. But what we're about to do with the photo method is exactly that. Okay. So let's cut the energy cord. We're going to cut the energy cord with your SP. It's the negative energy that flows between you and SP specifically. So therefore, you're no longer feeling anger, resentment, any of that shit. You want to keep the energy between the two of you guys fresh, okay? Because what happens is you guys have this stale energy, this negative energy between you two, which is why you're in no contact, which is why they're ghosting you, blocking you, why they're not talking to you or conforming the way you want them to, because you have negative energy blocks that are flowing between you and SP, because everyone's connected by energy. So when you cut the energy cord, it is a fresh energy that now starts to align with your SP. So now all of a sudden, when you pop into their mind, they think of you very differently this time. Now it's fresh energy. It's like, because you will pop into their mind. But they feel a shift. They feel something different. Okay. And so they typically should reach out to you rather quickly. My ex, I hadn't talked to in over 8 years, called me within 72 hours. We've had people on here that somebody texted me. She got contact within 20 minutes after doing the cord cutting. Okay. From her SP, because there's a shift. There's just something about you that's changed. And that's because the energy between you is now fresh and not stale. All right. So get in a little comfy place so that we can get this party started. All right. Yes, AJ, I'll give you your reading today. I need to start charging for these psychic readings because, let's be honest, I'm good at them. I'm really good at psychic readings. I just thought I'd let you guys know that nobody's psychic readings compare to mine. Okay? Okay. All right. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. And I want you to imagine that you are in a dark theater. You're sitting in a seat in the middle of this theater. It's dark. You're alone. And in front of you, there's this giant stage. On top of this stage, there is a stage light that runs from the ceiling of this stage down to the center of the stage. I want you to stare into that light for just a moment. And as you stare into this light, you start to realize and get this feeling that you're not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, there's a dark, shadowy figure. And as you begin to direct your attention from the light to the shadowy figure, you start to notice that the shadowy figure is your SP. Now, I want you to call your SP, say their name, call them to the center of the stage and into the light. Do it now. Now, as your SP begins to walk into the light, You start to notice his facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you cannot hear their voice, that's okay. If you can, that's great. Ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask them, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye. And as that cord begins to fall rewind. I need you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. Okay, the gold cord's still attached, guys. Say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time they're not going to respond. I want you to say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now reach up and cut that gold cord. And as that gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the gold cord roots out of your third eye, pull them out, and just toss them aside. Now, as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And it gets smaller and smaller. And he gets farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller and farther until they just disappear. Now take a deep breath in and out and open your eyes. Now, obviously, I love it. One of you's like, she missed a step. I was like, I totally did. But that's okay because it's the principle, right? There's no right or wrong. It's the power of imagination. Okay. And that's all that matters is the energy card is still cut. Okay. Okay. Now grab your photos of your SP out because I need you to start expecting something different from your SP. If you can't expect them or know that they'll text you, how the fuck can you expect them to want to be in a relationship with you? I need you to start expecting different behavior from your SP. And you do that by remembering who they are for you. Remembering the perfect version of your SP and going back to that time where you never questioned any of that shit. You never questioned any of it back then. So why question it now? For what? When all you have to do is bring that version of your SP back. Because when you bring your SP back, everything changes. Everything changes. Okay? Okay. Now, I want you to go back down memory lane for a second. Let's go down, dip into the past. Okay? Now I want you to go to the past, and I want you to go back to the version of your SP that was perfect. Back in the time when your relationship with everything was perfect. They were checking all the boxes. They were saying everything you wanted to hear. You had just met the love of your life. Recall that version of your SP right now. Spend about 20 seconds and remember who they were for you. How do they make you feel? How do they treat you? Who were they as your perfect person? Remember that version of them. Do it now. That version of your SP is still here with you. Forget who they were 5 seconds ago. That is an old version of your SP, one that's no longer with us. In fact, the only version of your SP that exists right now and moving forward is your perfect person. I want you to hold on to the version of your SP that you just recalled right now. I want you to hold on to that version of your SP, and I want you to bring that person into your current reality. No version of them exists from this point forward other than your perfect SP. That is it. That is who they are for you. And they are that person for you right now. Right now. Now, if you are new here, I want you to put on your crown. If you are not new here, I want you to straighten your crown, because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We don't settle for less than what we deserve. We wear our crowns proudly around here, and we wear them 24/7. We do not tolerate any version of our SP, or anyone for that matter, that we don't like. Our version is the only one that wins, that we get. Do you understand? When a king or a queen gives a command, do they sit there and question, wonder, check, get discouraged, waver, doubt that their commands will be fulfilled? No. When a king or queen gives a command, they expect and know that their command will be fulfilled. They don't need to check. They don't need to doubt. They don't need to question. They gave the command and they expect it to be carried out. They just know. There's no doubt. That is now who you are. You do not need to doubt, check, question, or any of that, because you never did that before when it came to your SP. When you had your perfect version of your SP, the one that you just brought into your current reality, you never doubted they would text you. You never wondered if they would call you, text you, want to see you, want to be with you. None of that. Therefore, they did it all the time because you just knew. That same knowing is who you are now. That same knowing is in your current reality right now. From this point forward, you're just going to know, just like you did when you had your perfect person. Well, you have your perfect person again. They are waiting for you to give them permission to contact you, to text you, to see you, to show up for you, to make you happy, to do everything that you want them to do. They're waiting for that permission. It is entirely up to you to give it to them. And today, you're going to do that. Today, you're going to do something different than you've been doing before. Today, right now, you're going to expect different behavior from your SP. Do you understand? So, if you are in no contact or minimal contact with your SP, it is not consistent, you're going to look at your SP's photo, you're going to tell them to contact you. You can say you're contacting me, calling me, texting me, it doesn't even fucking matter. However they would reach out to you is exactly how they're going to contact you. So you can tell them, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. If you're alone, say it out loud. A little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind. Don't look like a weirdo. Okay? And be like, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. Yeah, that kind of attitude. Okay? Now, if you're in constant contact with your SP, you have two choices. You can tell them they're contacting you right now, or you can tell them they're coming to see you today. You're coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. Now, if you're in any of the ships, relationship, situationship, friendship, any of the ships, then you have options. You can say they're contacting you right now, they're coming to see you today, or you can have fun with it and get them to do whatever you want. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You're rubbing my feet tonight. You're giving me a massage today. You're giving me sexy time tonight. It's my favorite. Whatever it is that you want from this person, that is what they're going to do for you today. Do you understand? So, remember who the fuck you are right now. Remember who you are. Kings and queens get what they want, and they get it when they want it. Your SP is perfect for you right now. They're in your reality right now. and they are your perfect person. There is no other version in your reality right now. So it should be an expectation. Okay? Okay. I want you to go. Bayside, whoa. Oh, this is going to be the perfect ending to my life. Bayside has appeared. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and I want you to do it now while I pause this live so I can go to the ladies' room. Do it now and expect them to contact you. Bios don't wait for a new one. All right, so now I'm going to ask that you do one thing only. Don't check, do not question, do not doubt. Just know that they're going to contact you. and they're going to do it now. I intend for each and every one of you that you will get contact from your SP. Now it's up to you to expect it, to know it. Because either way it goes, you are expecting something. Whether you're expecting them to contact you, whether you're expecting them to not contact you, whether you're expecting them to ghost you, block you, or want to be with you, or want to text you, you're expecting something. What are you going to choose to expect today? Are you going to choose to expect the same thing you expected yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before? Or are you going to decide that I'm all done and I'm going to expect what I want instead? Because if you're persisting in perfect SP, they will do the things your perfect SP does. Okay? Okay. So let's get a grip. Now, let's talk to you. I love when she pops in my lives. Let's talk to you, Bayside babe. Okay, you've been saying all this for over a month. No movement. SP now living with gutter trash. You have two choices right now, Bayside babe. You have two choices. You can stick with your story, or you can choose right now to be fucking honest with yourself. You have not been doing everything I told you to do. You have not been doing everything I told you to do. Because all you've been doing is obsessing over gutter trash and SP. That's all you've been doing. All you've been doing is viewing SP or gutter trash as nothing but an obstacle standing in between you and SP. That's all you've been doing the entire time. The entire time you've been doing nothing but thinking about your current situation and how SP and gutter trash are together and want to be together, so much so that they're setting up house. They're fucking setting up house together. That's all you're expecting from them. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I've told you 10,000 times now to dead that shit. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who gives a shit? And my boyfriend and former gutter trash, we're living together. Who gives a shit? Do you want to know who my boyfriend's living with now? Me. Because I didn't give a shit. Who cares? You need to dead that shit. You need to view as gutter trash exactly like the icon you just posted. Nothing but trash. No one likes trash. So you need to knock the shit off. You need to be honest with yourself and say, yeah, no, I have not been saying all this for over a month, because you can say, I have told you so many fucking times that you can say whatever you want. You can robotically affirm till you're blue in the fucking face. If all you had to do was affirm to get your SP to do exactly what you wanted, everyone would have their SP. Everyone would sit there and lock them. They'd call off of work. Everyone would sit there. 100% people would sit there, call off of work, say they're, I'm sick, and barricade themselves in their room and robotically affirm for 24/7 for 72 hours if all they had to do was affirm to get their SP. Everyone would do it. If all you had to do was affirm to be rich, everyone would be rich. But you don't, that's not what it's about. You can affirm till you're blue in the face. It doesn't matter if you won't get a grip on your own thoughts and start seeing the version of your SP that you know is loyal, faithful, and committed to you and only you, who only wants to be with you and who will do anything to be with you right now and wants to live with you, wants to be with you, wants to be all the things you want them to be for you. If you would start seeing that version of your SP now, guess what? None of that shit would matter. None of that shit would matter at all, because you'd get what you want. You would get what you want. So you need to knock the shit off. Knock it off now. And you need to get a grip. And you need to say, no, that to the 3D, we don't say it in the comments anymore, but here's what the 3D is going to show me. And you know what, gutter trash? There, you get double. Deuces, bruh. Deuce, dog. That's what you say to gutter trash. and you affirm that hoe right about your scene. No, he fucking hates her. She's gone away. He hates her. She's gone away. He hates her. She's gone away. He hates her. She's gone away. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to go away. Bye, bitch. But thanks for getting a house for me to live in now. Thanks. But kindly see your fucking ass out the scene. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. And knock off the circumstance. Because you keep harping on the fact that SP is living with gutter trash. Who gives a fuck? Fuck her. I'm so glad she helped you financially with putting the down payment on your fucking house for you and your SP to live in. But bye. Toodaloo. Who gives a fuck? That's what you need to do. And you need to do it now. Or you can just accept that they're setting up house together and they're going to start a whole new life together. They're going to create a whole new world together. And know that you're the reason they're doing that. You're the reason they're together. You're the reason that she's not going a goddamn place until you decide that she is. Until you decide to change her role. See, this is your movie. You're the queen. And your SP is the king in your movie. And you know what gutter trash is? The villain. Now, what happens to all the villains in the Disney movies? That's what happens to all the villains. They lose. Every time. Every time. I'm begging Disney to have one movie where the villain wins. But it doesn't happen. The villain always loses. In any fucking movie, in any movie you watch, the bad guy always loses. I would like to see that change in movies. Throw people off a little bit, pattern interrupt. But in the meantime, that's not how the shit is rolling, okay? So that's what gutter trash is now. The villain in your movie, the bad guy, the demon. Because they always lose every time. Never once do they win. Never. The queen always vindicates. And the fucking gutter trash, the villain, something bad always happens. Which means exactly that in your movie. That she exits the fucking scene. And she exits it today. Because ain't nobody got time for the bullshit. So stop playing games with gutter trash and start saying, fuck her. Yeah. Bye. No one compares to me. No one compares to me. That's what you need to tell yourself. No one compares to me and he fucking knows it. I'm the perfect girlfriend. And he knows that too. There's no one he wants to be with other than me. He can't imagine his life without me in it. That's what you need to tell yourself. Or you can continue to bitch about it. But I ain't got time to bitch about it. I forgot. Someone asked about thought transmission. Mara did. Mara asked about thought transmission. Now, thought transmission is exactly what we did in the photo method, Mara. Thought transmission is exactly that. You control 100% of their thoughts when it comes to you and their relationship with you. So whatever you assume they're thinking, they have to think. Okay? So you need to control that. No, this is not a whole creep in their bedroom and you will contact me. And then creep outside the bedroom. No, that's not thought transmission. Thought transmission is where you can literally look at their photo and tell them whatever you want them to do. You can literally tell yourself that I'm all they think about. All they think about is me and them and how perfect we are together. They can't even sleep because they can't stop thinking about me. They think about me 24/7. No matter who they're with, this one's for you, Bayside babe. No matter who they're with or what they're doing, all they can think about is me. Period. Okay, because you will see that you will see if you can talk to the picture of your SP and tell them whatever you want. You can say their affirmations. You can do ho'oponopono to them. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You can do that to them. You can tell them we're getting back together right now. We're getting back together right now. We're getting back together right now. You can tell them that. You can say your affirmations to them. You can tell them you're contacting me all day long. Like, you can't stop talking to me. You talk to me about everything. You show me nothing but affection. Okay. You can do all of that. Okay. You can do all of that. Okay. And then they will do, you're welcome, Mara. Then they will do all the things you want them to do. I love you too, Casper. Okay. They'll do all the things you want them to do. You do not have to have a photo of them. Your subconscious mind knows who you're referring to. So you can say he, you can say she, you can say their name. You don't need to say specific person. You can literally say, Brian is the easiest for me to manifest. But you don't have to say their name in all of their affirmations. Okay. You can literally say, Brian is the easiest for me to manifest. He is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Right? So you just said the first name and then the rest is he. Your subconscious mind knows who you're referring to. Now, the only reason you would say their name is if you notice someone else is conforming and not your SP. Okay, but if someone else is conforming and not your SP, you need to take a look at what you know about the person that's conforming. And you need to take that same knowing and pop that shit in SP. And then that person will conform now too. Okay. But there's this thing called social media, girl. So just go and click on their profile and just be like, and don't worry. If you're blocked, you know who's not blocked? We're starting a new service, by the way. It's called SP Investigative Services. So don't trip. If you want to know exactly what your SP is doing on social media and you're blocked, don't even worry about it. You can just go ahead and book a one-on-one coaching call with me, and I'll go ahead and creep all over their profiles, and I'll let you know exactly what they're doing. Okay? And I'll go ahead and I'll give you their picture and the whole bit. And I'll let you know exactly what they're doing, how they are doing nothing but posting obsessively about you. And yeah, think I'm playing. I ain't playing. I know what you guys want to hear. I know what you guys want to know. And I'm here to do all that shit to get you out of your own fucking head. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I will go ahead and I will fully investigate them for you, and I will report back everything I see. What can I add when it comes to being my SP's queen? Jackie, you can say he treats me like a queen every day. Every day he treats me like a queen. Or he loves to spoil me. He worships the ground that I walk on. He treats me like a queen. Literally, it's all you have to say. He treats me like a queen. And he will. But get clear on what treating you like a queen implies. Okay? Get clear on that. So you can either say he treats me like a queen, or as part of your description of your SP, you can put in all the things that would imply he's treating you like a queen. Okay? Because if you say he treats me like a queen, one, it would be your assumption of what a queen is. And if you're not clear about it, still, also he has his own assumptions. So he could do certain things that you may not deem are treating you like a queen, but for him, that's exactly what that implies, because that's his version of treating you like a queen is different than yours. So instead, you want to get clear on what treating you like a queen is, and then just pepper that shit in. Like, he's constantly taking me on dates. Like, he literally buys me flowers every single week. Now, he loves to take me on a date. He's constantly spoiling me. Like, he literally just worships the ground that I walk on. He is the most affectionate person in the world. He shows me every day how much he loves me, right? All these different things that would imply what a queen is for you. Okay? Now, Blanquita is expecting like waiting. No. Wanting is waiting. Expecting is knowing. And when you expect something, that's what manifests. What manifests is the knowing, the assumption, the expectation. That's what manifests. What doesn't manifest is the wanting and the waiting. Because if you want something or waiting for something, well then, care to guess what that creates more of? waiting, wanting. Why? Because it's not here yet. And you're coming from a place of wanting versus having, expectation. Okay. When you expect something, you have it. Okay. That's what pushes out. So you need to start expecting the behavior that you want from them. I'm affirming. See, I know CC is, by the way, one of my lead investigators for our SP investigative services. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put a little form in my bio for that. Don't worry, we'll do it for one low price, but you'll get all the information that you want. You will not find a better investigator than us. We're relentless. Okay, Sanchi. So if you're affirming, this happens, I just got done talking about this. So if you're affirming for your SP and you had an ex tell you last night that they still wanted you, what the heck? Say their name. Okay? Say their name. Hold on, guys. Okay, I want you, Sanchi, to say her name. Okay, say her name. So therefore, I want you to say, she is the easiest for me to manifest. And then I want you to say her name in the first one, like SP name is so obsessed with. Then you can say she after that, okay? But if you say the SP's name, now your subconscious mind knows exactly who you're referring to. You'll be a cat account. Yeah, don't worry. I mean, don't worry. If you want to know what your SP's doing on the side note, don't worry. We'll be hot ass bitches online. I'll have a whole separate account where I will get some followers. We'll follow each other so we look like we're legit. And then we'll be some hot ass bitches in our profile pictures and we'll lure. We'll find out what's going on behind the scenes. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. We got you covered. Yes, Portemp. I do have, yes. Oh, and then for you ladies, if you want to know what your gentleman is doing, or no, for gentlemen, if you want to know what your ladies are doing, don't even trip because we got men that are also part of our investigative services, like Patriot Vibes. He's at your pleasure. Don't worry, we got you all covered. Got you all covered. We'll get skinny. You get a whole report back, like very professional. Portemps, do I have psychic abilities? Yes, I do. We all have psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities. But it's learning how to tap into those psychic abilities, right? Nobody was born with the innate ability to be a psychic, right? Like psychics would like you to believe, mediums would like you to believe that shit too, that they were born with the intuitive power. Okay. And who the fuck just decided that shit? I don't think so. They decided it. You all have it. Look at that. Goldilocks. Her SP just texted her. Did. That's how this works. That's how this works, guys. So good, Goldilocks. Now you've just proven your innate power. So that's where I want you. Look at that. First time using the method. First time using that method. And SP texted. Now, Goldilocks, this is where we leverage. Okay, this is where we leverage. Okay. Son of a mother bitch. Okay, this is where we're going to leverage Goldilocks. Okay, so you're going to say, okay, so this is the first time I used this method and SP contacted me. So what does that mean for me? That means that I could use this method for whatever I want this man to do. So whenever I want him to contact me, I'll just tell him what to do. Whenever I want him, I'll just tell him that. Whenever I want him to come and see me, I'll tell his ass that too. If I want him to get back together with me right now, don't worry, I'll tell his ass that too. I'll do whatever I want. He'll do whatever I want. I'll use the photo method whenever I want to. You know, I don't use the photo method other than for you guys. I don't use the photo method all the time, like on my SP, unless I, want certain things, then I will. Or like yesterday, I was like, it's only 5.5 hours. I feel like, I had some cocktails, went live and did the training and all that stuff. I was like, I'm going to talk to my honey for a minute. So I use the photo method. Within 20 minutes, he called me, of course. But I do it for you guys, and it's a bit different when I do it for you guys. It's not the same as, because I'm not trying to manifest that for me. That's weird. Yeah, Shanzi, I don't know what you're talking about, sister. You know why? Because he's texting you right now. Yeah, Shanzi, I don't know what no contact for you even implies. He's obsessed with you, and he's not going to contact you. He's contacting you right now because you said so. Okay, because you expect it. So he's contacting you right now. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Does your SP know about you using your photo method to get him back? No. No. I didn't use the photo method to get him back. I used it for certain things. Yes, I do, Lisa. I use it for certain things, but he knows he doesn't believe in what I teach, which I'm fine with people keeping their assumptions if it benefits me. So, but he doesn't know. He knows, but it's funny because he doesn't believe in what I teach, but he believes that I injured him. He just puts a different meaning on it. And in case you don't know, Goldilocks, I injured my boyfriend because I said, I went through the emotions after the breakup, and I was like, and I said it one time, which is why I tell you need to flip your thoughts and flip things that come out of your mouth. Pay attention to what they are. I was on my way home. I had a couple cocktails with my friend. I was on my way home, and I'll never forget where I was. I was at the stoplight pulling in, and I was like, you know what? Fuck him. I hope he hurts himself. He hadn't been injured on the job in 8 years. Never injured at all. All of a sudden, people started asking me where he was, if he still worked for the company. I'm like, why wouldn't he? Duh. And I ran into him at the mailbox, and he's all hobbling. And I was like, what happened to you? He's like, a washer and dryer fell on me. And it shattered his collarbone. He has rods in there now. And he tore his ACL in his knee and needed surgery for his knee. And so he'll never be able to actually do his job again. That was not obviously my intention at all. But I said it one fucking time. So that's why. Yes, it did. It did. This is how I found out about gutter trash. Because he always loved my cooking. So he always loved my cooking, and so I felt bad. So I would cook him food, and I would put it on his porch. Yeah. I didn't realize at the time that was forcing the 3D. I just literally felt bad. And I was like, well, he can't cook. He's injured. So I thought I'd help him out. That's when he called and broke the news. But didn't mean that I didn't put it out there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because obviously, as you can see, who wins in your reality? This bitch. Yeah. I get what I want, and I get it when I want it. And you guys should all be saying that shit. You don't always have to affirm for SP. Remember that. You can literally be like, no, I get what I want. I get it when I fucking want it. I always get what I want. I get what I want, and I get it when I want it. I always get what I want. I get it when I want it. Everything always goes my way. Everything always goes my way. You can say all that shit to let you know that you're a master manifester. I always get what I want, and I get it when I want it. And it comes to me immediately. Everything always goes my way. That's right. That's right. Every one of you have said something at some point in time, and boom, manifested. And you never thought about it again. So that's my challenge to you guys. Think about something at random. Say something at random. Don't think about it again. Positive, obviously. Positive. Obviously. And be like, yes, he's going to get my attention today. I just know he is. And then go about your day and watch him like your story, or do some random shit, unfollow you or unblock you. Do something random to try and get your attention. Okay? All of those things. All right, loves? I love you guys. I got a jet because I got back-to-back calls, because I got 4 calls No, I have I have a shit ton of calls today for people that want me to manifest for them. So I got to get busy, bitches. All right. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow, besties. Okay. I called my SP and he answered. Good, Diamond. Good girl. All right. I love you, besties. See you tomorrow. Bye.